Okay, so this is going in at the beginning of the video before the video actually starts because I totally forgot to bring up my little guy right here. So we are not going to call him a mushroom. He is going to be a toadstool. So everybody put your thinking caps back on and go with the toadstool theme. It was brought to my attention that somebody had just recently learned that apparently the Nazis had a bunch of books, possibly propaganda movies or films, but definitely books, propaganda books, period, that were about mushrooms and how you had good mushrooms and you had bad mushrooms. And it was absolutely saying that Jews were the bad mushrooms. It's hate rhetoric. So I, of course, didn't know, and I, leave it to the Nazis to ruin everything. They just now officially ruined mushrooms a little bit. So I just don't, I know that's probably lost on a lot of people. Nobody even knows that, but I am trying to work at bettering myself to, if once I know, not participate in that kind of stuff. So, there's nothing wrong with him being a toadstool. Toadstools are totally cool. Nintendo has Toad. So now thinking caps for toadstool. So, my little fun guy here. We need something cute. Guys, get the juices flowing. Talk to you soon. Here's now the rest of the video, or the beginning of the video, or all the video. I just said this was going to be in the beginning, so here's the video. Thanks. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back and or welcome. I always feel like I sound so proper when I start these, and then it just goes crash and burn by the time we get to the middle. This is Flosstube number 13. This is a channel about cross stitch, my life, my animals, some more cross stitch, and my Etsy shop, which I carry patterns, fabric, floss, scissors, apparel. Yep, I think that's it. Needle minders, thread rings. Okay, that's enough. So my Etsy shop, yes, Pumpkin Creek Prim, and I'm not gonna do it this week. Not gonna do it. Not gonna explain that. All right, so let's start off. Ooh, part of my haul. I'm like super bougie now. I have an Apple Watch. I don't know how to work it fully yet. I had to put the digital clock up in here because I haven't read a watch like that in 100 years. So it takes me too long to sit there. And plus it has no like lines. So like it takes me forever to be like, is it closer to this or that? So I cheated and put the little digital time up in the corner. So let's did I even say my name is Bobby? I don't think I did, but it is. So there you go. Oh, my shirt. Toxic masculinity runs the party again. If any of you, the little guy down there, if any of you are friends of Stay Sexy, Don't Get Murdered, you obviously know what this comes from, but those of you who do not listen to them, their podcast, it's hilarious, which is weird to say it because it's all about true crime and murder, but it's hilarious. If you don't like language, would not advise you listening to it. But it's very entertaining. And this quote, I actually got to see them live too, on my birthday a few years ago, when they came to the Opry. So this quote comes from the John Wayne Gacy story. And it's about his father. And obviously they were saying it's not an excuse for Gacy to go kill a bunch of boys after he did God knows what to them. But his childhood was jacked up. Because his dad used to like to drink and then just beat the hell out of him. So, toxic masculinity. Okay, oh, because he said he was too girly. That's what it was. So, awesome parenting skills. So let's start with the giveaway. So this was from last week. It's Happy Christmas. And by the Little Stitcher. And I am almost out of most of the Christmas patterns that I put in that she has. I am placing another order. It is going to take me a week because they are coming from Italy. Straight up. Coming from Italy. So, all right. So the word you had to use was bird. Since we all discovered in my video that I have a thing for birds. Even I discovered this. No clue. There was 24 people that commented, and so now I just gotta hit start. Going through. Oh, it's weird when it is, which is so funny because her Instagram thing has changed, but it still says this. I guess it's still, let me turn this so everybody can see. And y'all, when I turn this, then I can't tell if you can see or not, but where's it at? Y'all can see, can't you? It's Miss Mia. Miss Mia. Or Maya. How would you do it? Mia? Maya? Maybe it's Maya. I know Michelle went through the whole thing of just trying to pronounce your full name the other night. So, woohoo! Love the giveaways. Let me write it down so I know I'm not going to forget about, you never know. Stuff can happen. I'm lovely placing it on the floor. I'm not tossing it since it's not mine. I can toss my stuff. Oh, and we are, let's see. Let me close that. Maybe. Y'all, this laptop, and it's not that old. Maybe it is. I don't remember. It's probably like 4 or 5 years old. So I guess in computer technology, that's old. It is so slow today. I don't know what its problem is. But one of the things, Isis was here, but she jumped down, so she didn't get to say hi. One of the things that I discovered, I have it up and I'll talk about it when I get to story time, because Hot Mess Express story time is Sleepy Hollow. I thought I was going to be smart while I was taking photos this morning of products. I was like, oh, I'll put on the TV. I'll find on YouTube, like I was planning on doing with the sirens last time. I was like, I'll look it up. Well, wanted to play the movie, which it's been 100 years since I've seen the movie. And the way I say 100 years, y'all would think I'm 150. But a long time ago, saw the movie, saw the cartoon even longer, and I don't remember much about that either. Now, I watched the series when it was on, but it went all over the place, and it went to all kinds of different legends and things, different cultures, legends, and so, it wasn't just about Sleepy Hollow. So, I thought it'd be cute. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pull that up, and there really wasn't much. I did learn that there's apparently a rapper who's called Sleepy Hallow, H-A. So that was interesting. And so I'm sure he's not watching. So it's okay that I made that face, right? And I'm into rap music, but okay. So I also came across, I think this, on my channel, I don't do like the best thing ever, or newest best thing, or that a lot of people do, because I would pick everything. So that's why I don't do it, because I'm very indecisive and I think it's all amazing. But if I did that segment, what I found would absolutely be it. And I will talk about it later. But to give you a little tickle about what it is, it's a TV series that was on from 1985. I did not know this thing existed. 1985 to 1988. It's called Tall Tales and Legends. And it is the best thing ever. So I'll talk about that later on. I wanted to bring up, again, my stitch journal that I bought for myself because it was pretty and I thought maybe I would actually use it. I wrote things down. I haven't filled in the flosses because there's 5,010 for the Sleepy Hollow project. And I got to look back at what my start date is, and well, we know I'm not completed, so I don't have to worry about that part. And I need to make some stitch notes and stuff, like it says here, stitch dates and notes. The first thing I need to add is I done messed up the tree. Y'all, okay. I'm gonna hide for a second. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I want to present this. I have decided I'm not very good at cross stitch. I mean, okay. I can't figure out how the first 5 things I ever stitched, I don't think I actually even made a mistake on. And if I did, I didn't notice, and it didn't mess up the rest of the count of the pattern. I don't know what it is about these 2 giant pieces, and maybe it's just because it's a lot. Maybe it's in my head. I don't know. On Sleepy Hollow, man, I was flying through it, and I was like, it's right, it's amazing, I love it. And then I got to a certain point, and I was like, oh, nope, that's not right. Ugh. So then I was like, that's fine. I'm not ripping out all the stitches. You'll see when I pull the WIP out. But let me figure out where I was off. And let me try to figure out a way that I can compensate elsewhere, whatever. Found one place. So I'm off 2 stitches, which means 2 rows. Found one of the problems. Not a big deal. Marked it. So on the other side, I'm going to make the same problem. Because it's in a border situation going down. And it's up to the top. So I'll just, everything will be cut short. It's fine. It's fine. Don't know where the other stitch problem is, because I literally traced the whole tree, marking everything off according to the pattern, marked over in red where I'd already marked off the stitches as I was counting them, and it does not look like I'm off. But I'm off 2 stitches. Found the one. I don't know. And then it makes me really look at like some small ornaments or stuff and be like, let me just stitch something super small. Get my confidence back up and be done. I think I may need to do that. Y'all, my eyes is all shiny. I got some new eye brightener, since every time I get on here, I'm like, ooh, I look so tired. I put it on this morning, and it just makes me look a little shiny under the eyes, but I didn't put the full-on serum-y juice stuff. I'll get, when I decide if I like it or not, then I'll tell y'all about the lady. It's an Etsy shop. I do get her soap. Oh, I love it because some of her soap has got like frankincense in it, which smells so good. So yeah, I get some. So you know what? I'm gonna put her here anyways because I do get her soap, and I love the soap, and I can speak for the soap. But the face serums and eye brightener are new. It's all natural. It's new. So I'm not telling you to buy that yet. I mean, unless you want to. But I don't know. My first day using it. So, and I didn't use the other stuff you're supposed to use with it. So, okay, back to the stitch. So, again, this, let me hold it up for you as the U flies. So that's the shop information. And like I said, I love that Tim Holtz fabric. Ugh. But like I said, you have a bunch of different fabrics that you can pick from. So, I mean, you don't have to pick the prim like I did. You have some other ones, but so made to order if you're picking fabrics, folk. And I mean, I just love everything about it, and it's so pretty, and it just makes me feel like I'm, I don't know, important, special. You know how pretty things make you feel. Okay, on to the WIP. And oh, let me use my pen. Did my giveaway winner. And this is like how silly I have to like check my list and make sure it's all right. I will show you what I'm going to give away. I got 2, we're not going to do 2 chances. I'm going to do it 2 different weeks. But, so when I got some fabric in for the shop, the designer that I bought the fabric from sent me a little, her Merry Christmas Hand-Dyed Floss Collection 2020. So it's hand-dyed flosses, and so this will be for our giveaway. And I don't know what the word's going to be, but look at it. I mean, that's a lot of dadgum floss. It's a good little, and it's pretty. That blue. Whew. So, yeah. I have not used this floss before. Not gonna lie, I kept a little packet for myself so I could use it because she has other ones. And so, if I likey, then I will probably order some floss. This floss and the fabric that I'm going to show comes all the way from Poland. So, it's pretty cool. So yeah, so this will be, and then I'll give away one next week too. So this will be the giveaway for today. We'll figure out what the word is. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. And then that way, it forces people to watch. Because you don't know when I'm going to say it. Except for, again, they can just look at the comments. Blah, 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 blah. Not talking about it. Okay. So, before I pull my whip out, the other thing that happened this week, my husband, I think it actually happened. Did it actually happen? I think it happened. I feel like, I don't think I talked about it last time. So it had to have happened maybe Sunday night after I had filmed. No. It happened the night before I picked up Skeeter. So I don't know why I haven't mentioned it. Or shit, maybe I have. My husband bought my dog, bought Jasper sweaters, Christmas sweaters. He has a sweater that has a shark on it. And it says Santa Jaws on it. And he got him some what looks like little Long John PJs. And I'll put a picture of both of those. I'll put a picture of both of those up. And then after y'all look at those, then I'll insert the little video of Jasper in his PJs, and he's trying to figure out what they are. I know that's what he's trying to do. And Chad yells at him, no. And the look he gives Chad is so funny. Here, I'll insert it here.
All right.
Okay. So that was the video. He's so funny. So funny. All right, on to the whips. Watch me, Nene. So this is my Sleepy Hollow. Trying to do a Sal. There's only a couple of us doing it, but it's hashtag Headless Horseman Sal. And yeah, because Dark Queen is in timeout indefinitely. Because I had a lot of you comment, don't rip it out. So I'm trying, that's how I have to not rip it out. Is I gotta let it sit and then come back to it when I'm not so mad at it. So here is where I'm at on this one. So I got a lot done. I feel like I got like that done and some of this over here since the last time. I mean, I definitely did the tree. But yeah, and where that stitch where I'm off, it's up here. My pumpkin's one stitch higher than it should be. So it threw my tree off because when I got over here, I realized that I was going to be on top of the line instead of 2 below. And so I just stopped it at 2 below and I'll figure it out. So this one almost got put in time out too. But I'm trying to get that page finished. Because we were trying to, it's a larger page. So we had set, me and M had set that we were going to do that. I believe we had till December 3rd or something. Because we're giving ourselves 2 months. Or December 6th or I don't know, something. And this thing is all folded up crazy. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So I want to hurry and get that page finish. Which I feel like if I stitch on anything more than this, I don't even know if I could work on anything else. And I felt like I had a lot of stitchy time this week, but it don't really look like it, does it? So I guess I had more than I normally do. It's still not as much as I obviously would like, but you do it when you can, and it is what it is. All right. So now I can scoot up a little bit. All right. Now, hold on. Now we are supporting Kroger and not Food Line. My husband buys generic all the time, and I'm the bougie one that doesn't, which is dumb because they taste exactly the same. But, well, we won't get into that. So, I had one of my viewers ask me if I had something hanging back here. And they asked me, since I had mentioned the Vampire Diaries, if that was Damon Salvatore. And 100% it's Damon Salvatore. So these are little prayer cards that I had made. It was for one of the season finales. It wasn't the series finales, but it was a season finale. Two of my girlfriends came over, and I had a whole theme of food, and we watched the finale together, and then I made them and myself these prayer cards. And so then there's Bonnie. And I'm sure some of you absolutely do not care. But for those of you who do, Caroline Forbes, Maddie Blue Eyes, Jeremy, even Tyler got one. Okay, so hold on, I'll flip back to those. So then you've got Elena, my least favorite character. And then you have Stefan, my second to least favorite character. He's so whiny. I just can't. They remind me so much of Twilight. Not that I didn't love the books, I did, but God, Bella, that was like the most unhealthiest relationship ever. You guys, it was so codependent and terrible. That's how I felt like they were. But then we switched to the originals, which were originally on the Vampire Diaries. And we have Klaus, which is one of my faves. Can we talk about how we were robbed with him and Caroline? I'm just saying, I'm still upset. And the whole purpose for watching the originals is Elijah. Oof, that man. I'd eat him with a spoon. Swear I would. And then Rebecca. You gotta love to hate her. She's amazing. I love Rebecca. And then the sad part, because these were when they were on the Vampire Diaries, and this was before, I think, the originals even came out. I don't have any of my original cast members on there, which is super sad. Because Marcel is everything. So, that's been just hanging back there. I think that's so funny that she picked up on possibly who that was. And so, I told her I'd show them. So, I did. And yeah, the show's been off for how long? It just chills back there. Yeah, that's what I like. All right, so I had talked before about how I was a member of the Just Another Button Company, the Mini Pin Mini Club. So this was this month's, and then they always come with a little pattern of a pin cushion. How cute and how appropriate. It was a bird. How cute is that? So, I haven't made any of the pin cushions, but I have all the little patterns are in a drawer. And then my Trucking Along January came, and you're seeing the glare off my computer screen where it shows that show. No. I'm sure 50 other people have shown that, but Trucking Along. You got it. You know it. And then this was, again, my Halloween Figs block of the month from Fat Quarter Shop with the quilt. And I had showed it a few episodes back. And if you look right there, there's all the other blocks still in the back. I mean, they basically have them almost cut for you. Right there. I mean, I can't even stitch, much less quilt, right? All right. And then Bestitch Me Fight Night is taking all my money. And it's funny because I don't even participate on Friday. Like Saturday morning, I'm like, I'll peruse. I forgot about it because I'm really bad. I forget. And like, it's funny because at some points during the day, just for instance, Michelle with Bendy Stitchy, she will put like that she's having her live Thursday, right? And I am like, I'm there for it. Can't wait. I think about it all day Thursday. And then when I get home and I get to starting, I forget about it. And then until Friday, I'm like, crap. And same thing, just like I'm now talking, it's Sunday. I think she had, because I'm part of her, her YouTube channel, which is like the Patreon thing. And she has her private group Stitch With Me's on Sunday morning. Did I tune in this morning? No. I don't know why I keep forgetting. And I hate it because I love them and I enjoy them. Even though I'm never stitching when I'm watching them. I mean, like I said, I've told this before. I'm either eating something because it's the only time I have to eat, or I'm packing orders or doing listings, which is fine because it's just something fun to listen to. But anyways, same thing with Friday night, fight night. I forget every Friday night. I forget. Of course, I don't think they had one this Friday, but I would have forgotten anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then I think about it Saturday morning and go, oh, well, let me just peruse. And so how I keep getting fabric, I have yet to figure out. But so I guess what I'm saying is I'll give everybody my secret, right? So for all of you that are part of that group with the Bestitch Me, if you don't get anything, look the next day, because a lot of people retract when they said, please me. I mean, I've gone through and found like a couple fabrics that didn't have anything written underneath them. And I'm sure it's because people retracted. So, so the first thing I got was a 28 count Lugana. And these are no colors. These are just nameless. But it's just like a really good peachy brown. I was actually going to do maybe Sir Thomas on this, but I think me and M want to kind of stitch on the same fabric. And there wasn't enough for me to cut this in half to make 2 turkeys. So, yeah. But it will be used for something. And then this one's actually, both of these are called Escape. This one is 28 count linen, and I keep getting linen, and y'all know I don't like linen, so I don't know. I got problems. So look how pretty that one is. So pretty. And yep, I just keep getting linen, but this one, I don't know. Feels a little stiffer maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. And then this is the same, it's called Escape, but this one is the 32 count Lugana. It's much lighter, but look how gorgeous that is. Oh, it's so beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to do. Put on these, but I'm a fabric hoarder. That's what I like to do. I just buy it all and I collect it and I touch it and I look at it. And then I haven't seen anybody show theirs yet, but this came. My other one, everybody had theirs before I had mine. So I am not sure how I got so lucky and got mine already. I'm not really going to flip through it because like nobody else has gotten theirs. So I don't want to, as I'm flipping through it, I mean, show y'all. A lot of punch needle. There's some really cute. Oh, that's cute. There's some cute stuff in here. Got some birds. But I know that Priscilla and Chelsea are right there on the cover. So, and I love that's the buffalo plaid. All right, that is, holy moly, that's all from my haul. That's crazy. But this, let's talk about this guy again. We need to talk about Sir Thomas. So I'm thinking about doing a style with this. Now, it's not going to be the traditional, I don't have, okay. It's not going to be, obviously, we're not going to get that remotely close to being done by this Thanksgiving. And I think what I want to do, and I haven't talked to Em yet, so sorry. I'm thinking it would be fun to break it up over a year so that it's ready for like next Thanksgiving. It's also not a lot of pressure on you to get things handled because I don't need pressure. But I'd like to start it like Thanksgiving weekend. Just because, you know. And I have the fabric, which is sitting out there, that I'm going to do it on. And it's a 28 count Lugana. It's a mushroom. And I've showed it because I've got something else on mushroom. What else do I have? Oh, I think it's a Zimmerman coverlet that I haven't got to work on. Is on mushroom. And then, like I said, I'm doing it on the bougie. Ooh, look at that. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. So I think it's going to look, great. It's got a lot of beads. Look at that, folks. So I do have more of these kits in. This is I think I have one that comes with the Sullivans, which is like DMC. I have one of that. Em just text me. Okay. Excuse me. And I got in, I think, 4 more with the with what I call the gold. Because that silk braids is no joke on the wallet. So I call it gold. So I'm doing Sir Thomas and his gold. And yeah, I'll bring him up again. But I think I'm going to start him Thanksgiving weekend. I don't know. I just feel like it would be fun to do something on Thanksgiving. Although we're having Thanksgiving at our house. And, oh, being slouchy. We're having Thanksgiving at our house. For the first time. And we're still not like done building our house fully. Well, we're done building it, but we still have some touch-up stuff we got to do. And so it puts my husband under a lot of pressure. But I took off because we're doing it this Saturday. Because my family has everybody has their own little families. And so that are getting bigger and bigger. So most of those people are doing that on the Thanksgiving day. And then my aunts and uncles and stuff will come over for the Saturday, and everybody's required to wear a mask, and I think everybody's been fine with that, and I'm glad because we have a lot of older people coming, and we're going to spread out while we eat, since you won't have your mask on while you eat, and then after you're done shoveling the food in your mouth, you put your mask back on. We will have the fire going out back, so people can be outside on the back porch, and we'll have the fire pit in the front porch, the barrel going, so that people can be out, just trying to spread everybody out a little bit. There's only going to be about 25 of us, but still, that's a lot. It's a lot. And then some people may decide not to come, and some people may not be able to, because, we're on the rise, folks. I don't know, and I've been debating about whether just completely canceling it. But it's hard when you're already not seeing family, So, I don't know. It may get canceled. I'll tell that kind of stresses me out a little bit. It's the legality of it all just kind of gets me. Ooh. So I took off Wednesday, and I'm already off Thursday and Friday because our office gives off Black Friday. But we don't get Christmas Eve off. It's weird. I don't know. So weird. So I went ahead and took off Wednesday. So I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I plan to do a lot of stitching and clean my house. I already told Chad, because he's off also. I was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to divide the house up into quadrants. And every day for that morning, for the 4 hours, we're going to clean whatever section of the house is that day. And he just was looking at me like, are you out of your mind? But no, like our house, like people are like, it's, y'all, if I could show you, don't tell nobody. I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you what's going on in my, it looks like the dog got in there again. Let me show you. Turn around. Can y'all see all that trash? Can you see trash? The boxes. Look at that. Yeah. So, because I have a shop, I'm setting y'all back down. Sorry. Hopefully nobody got sick. So because, I'm crooked? How does that even do that? I just didn't even touch it. Okay. Because I have a shop, I get boxes constantly. I'm really good at breaking them down. I'm not really good at carrying them downstairs. So it gets a little crazy out there. So currently oh, y'all see what my new TV was. That box is jammed packed with cardboard boxes. And God knows how much it weighs. And me and my husband, hopefully I'll be able to help, are going to have to carry that downstairs. Because he ain't getting it on his own, that's for sure. It's heavy. And he was going to, now we are, where we are smart, because like our downstairs by the front door looks just as bad with cardboard boxes, is, yes, we should recycle them. And I am aware of that. But when you get this overloaded, we burn them. We have a giant area. It's a bunch of trees and trunks and stuff that needs to be burned. And we're eventually going to have a big bonfire. But until then, we just kind of burn some of the stuff that's grown up around there so it doesn't get so crazy. So he will pull the tractor up. We will put all that cardboard in the bucket of the tractor. And he takes the tractor down there and dumps it. And then burns it. I know we should recycle it. I know. And normally we do. I don't have time to go to the dump, and he ain't gonna go. Because there's no such thing as, they don't pick up recycling at my house. So there for a while, I was doing it to where I would load my boxes up weekly, and I would take them to my parents' house and put it in their recycling. But then with the shop, it just got overwhelming because I have just so many boxes all the time. So many boxes. So yeah, Sir Thomas, I think I'm going to start him that during that time off. And that is all of my personal haul. That's insane. Cause normally I only have a ton. So let me pick this stuff up. Oh God. And put it up here and have it ready. Sorry, you're seeing the backside of my business. And then we're going to do Hot Mess Express story time. Woohoo! And we're only 36 minutes in, folks. So y'all going to feel like this is like a speed test. Speed test? That's probably not right. Speedy video? I don't know. All right, so the best new thing that I found, it's called Tall Tales and Legends, and I told you it was a TV series. It was on from 1985 to 1988, and the way I found it was because one of the stories they did was The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. But y'all, it was so wonderfully terrible, I didn't learn anything from it. So I'm just going to blindly read Wikipedia again. But, I mean, there was story and dialogue, but I'm sure it was not remotely what actually happened. But you guys, like, I need to find, it says it's available on Amazon, but I wonder if you have to, like, buy it. It only had one season, but it was nominated for a Primetime Emmy, but it only had one season. That's terrible. But one of the best, so who hosts it and puts it on is Shelley Duvall. And, of course, The Shining, right? So the one I was watching, and I wish, because like when you're looking on IMDb, I always want to say BD, IMDb, just database. It gives you like all the episodes, and so I only saw the one episode, but Ichabod was played. Man, I wish it would show it like, sorry. I was hoping it sucks when they don't show. Stop, Mr. Computer. When they don't show it by episode. That's what I was trying to say. But Ichabod was played by Ed. Is it, how do you say his last name? Is it Bangley Jr.? Which he's just funny anyways. And he's such a quirky weirdo. I love him so much. And then there were other, there was other people, like I could hear their names, like I could tell, not their names. I could hear their names. I could hear their voice. And I'm like, I know that person, but because it's from the 80s, like I was around the other side, I wasn't really watching, I was more listening. I didn't really see who it was, which I hate because I think there was some pretty decent size names. Like even Molly Ringwald was in one of the episodes now that I'm looking here. So, yeah, I don't know which one she was in. It just says Jenny Smith. So I don't know what story that is. But, y'all, I was dying. Yeah, I knew that. So Beverly D'Angelo was in it. I knew that was her voice. And, of course, now it's, like, so much deeper. But she plays Katrina in Sleepy Hollow Legend. And, I mean, they even have Steve Guttenberg as Pecos Bill in a different story. And Danny Glover is Johnny. You guys, Elliot Gould is Case. We have to find this. We have to find these episodes because, oh, it was so horribly amazing. Like, I don't know of any other way, to describe it. And I know you have to know what I'm saying. When something is so terrible that it's so wonderful. And that is exactly what this was. So, I didn't learn anything from it, but I wanted to share it because I am 100% need to, I wonder if you got to pay for it on Amazon though. Because if you don't, yeah, this is about to get binged. Because, I mean, you guys, that's so good. Oh, I can buy the DVD for $3.97. Yeah, that's going to happen. 100%. Doing it right now. Add to cart. There's only one left. I do have to pay $5 in shipping. It will come before December. Placing order. Done. It's done. Just bought it. That's how wonderfully horrible it was. So sorry, y'all can't get it on Amazon anymore. I just bought the last copy. Sorry. There was 2 other options, but they were like $19. I ain't playing around with that. So, we'll see. I mean, Lord knows what my copy was. I mean, it still says one's available. So, but, yeah. So then they have the DVD. Somebody has it for $17 and somebody has it for $30 because they are gougers. That's so ridiculous. Yeah. So Tall Tales, and you may be able to watch them on YouTube, but some of the episodes anyways, that's what I got to see. So Tall Tales and Legends. It's Shelley Duvall's. So it's great. Okay. You didn't really have to look at me for any of that anyways, but let me take a little sip of my Dr. K. I think Dr. Perky is better, right? But now it's on to Everybody Can Stitch. There's no need to look at me. I mean, unless you want to. There's no need. So Hot Mess Express, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Okay. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is a Gothic story by American author Washington Irving. Contained in his collections of 34 essays and short stories titled The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon, Gent. Written while Irving was living abroad in Birmingham, England. That's interesting. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow was first published in 1820, along with Irving's companion piece, Rip Van Winkle. And I did not know that. I did skim this, and I thought that was interesting because, first of all, I'll be honest, I didn't know who wrote Rip Van Winkle. And second of all, I was making jokes about Robbie Van Winkle with a coworker, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, hello, Vanilla Ice, Robbie Van Winkle. And she's like, "That's not his last name." I was like, "Yes, it is." So then I had to look it up and show her that, in fact, his last name is Van Winkle. Yep, good old Robbie. The more you know. So, I thought that was really interesting because I didn't know who wrote Rip Van Winkle. And honestly, I'm not even really sure I even know the full story of that. I know it was like somebody that slept for like ever, right? I mean, like, that's what my brain tells me. I don't know. I don't trust my brain. So, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is among the earliest examples of American fiction with enduring popularity, especially during Halloween, because of the character known as the Headless Horseman, believed to be a Hessian soldier. And I do know how to say that word, guys. Yay! And I also know what they are. They're German soldiers during the American Revolutionary War. Look at me go. And I didn't even look it up. I knew that. Who was decapitated by a cannonball in battle. And I also didn't know how he was decapitated. All the stories, I really don't recall it being a cannonball. But maybe they talk about that in the show, Sleepy Hollow. That was such a good show. I really liked it. In 1949, the second film adaptation was produced by Walt Disney as one of two segments in the package film, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And I watched that when I was really young. I don't remember much about it. But I remember liking it. But I don't know. I need to watch it. It's on YouTube. They had it on there. So I just need to go back and watch it. But all right. So, and I do think that's interesting. Something that was published in 1820 is still popular. I mean, it's like Bram Stoker Dracula was in late 1800s too. But, I mean, when you think about that, and all the new books in the world that keep coming out, and we still have some of these that from that long ago that are still popular. The story is set in 1790 in the countryside around the Dutch settlement of Tarrytown, historically Tarrytown, New York, in a secluded glen known as Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow is renowned for its ghost and the haunting atmosphere that pervades the imaginations of its inhabitants and visitors. Some residents say this town was bewitched during the early days of the Dutch settlement, while others claim that the mysterious atmosphere was caused by old Native American chief, the wizard of his tribe, before the country was discovered by Master Hendrik Hudson. The most infamous specter in the hollow is the Headless Horseman, supposedly the ghost of a Hessian trooper whose head had been shot off by a stray cannonball during that's not the name of the battle, but it says some nameless battle of the Revolution, and who rides forth to the scene of battle in a nightly quest of his head. The legend relates the tale of Ichabod Crane, a lean, lanky, and extremely superstitious schoolmaster from Connecticut, who competes with Abraham Brombones Van Brunt, the town rowdy, for the hand of 18-year-old Katrina Van Tassel, the daughter and sole child of wealthy farmer Baltus Van Tassel. Ichabod Crane, a Yankee and an outsider, sees marriage to Katrina as a means for procuring Van Tassel's extravagant wealth. Bones, the local hero, unable to force Ichabod into a physical showdown to settle things, plays a series of pranks on the superstitious schoolmaster. The tension among the three continues for some time and is soon brought to a head. On a placid autumn night, the ambitious Crane attends a harvest party at the Van Tassel's homestead. He dances, partakes in the feast, and listens to ghostly legends told by Brom and the locals. But his true aim is to propose to Katrina after the guests leave. His intentions, however, are ill-fated. After having failed to secure Katrina's hand, Ichabod rides home on the temperamental horse named Gunpowder, heavy-hearted and crestfallen, through the woods between Van Tassel's farmstead and the farmhouse in Sleepy Hollow where he is quartered at the time. As he passes several purportedly... It's a weird word, right? I always would think it'd be like reportedly, but it's purportedly. Anyways, haunted spots. English is my first language. I promise. His active imagination is... engorged. Let's just say that his active imagination is... I don't like that. Anyways, by the ghost stories told by Baltus Harvest Party. Told at Baltus's Harvest Party, sorry. After nervously passing a lightning-stricken tulip tree, purportedly, boy, they like the word, haunted by... What would I use supposedly? Haunted by the ghost of British spy Major Andre. Ichabod encounters a cloaked rider at an intersection in a menacing swamp. Unsettled by his fellow travelers' eerie sighs and silence, the teacher is horrified to discover that his companion's head is not on his shoulders, but on his saddle. In a frenzied race to the bridge adjacent to the old Dutch burying ground, where the Hessian is said to vanish according to rule in a flash of fire and brimstone, before crossing it, Ichabod rides for his life, desperately goading gunpowder down the hollow. However, while Crane and Gunpowder are able to cross the bridge ahead of the ghoul, to Crane's horror, it rears its horse and hurls its severed head directly at Ichabod. The schoolmaster attempts to dodge, but it's too late. The missile strikes his head and sends him tumbling headlong into the dust. The next morning, Ichabod has mysteriously disappeared from the area, leaving Katrina to later marry Brom Bones, who was said to look exceedingly knowing whenever the story of Ichabod was related. Indeed, the only relics of the schoolmaster's flight are his discarded hat, Gunpowder's trampled saddle, and a mysteriously shattered pumpkin. Although the true nature of both the Headless Horseman and Ichabod's disappearance that night are left open to interpretation, the story implies that the horseman was really Brom, an extremely agile rider, by the way, in disguise, and suggests that Crane survived the fall from Gunpowder and immediately fled Sleepy Hollow in horror, never to return but to prosper elsewhere, or perhaps was killed by Brom himself. I think he was killed by Brom. That's just me. Irving's narrator concludes the story, however, by stating that the old Dutch wives continued to promote the belief that Ichabod, I keep saying Bob, Ichabod was spirited away by supernatural means, and the legend develops around his disappearance and sightings of his melancholy spirit. In a postscript, the narrator states the circumstances into which he heard the story from an old gentleman at a corporation meeting at the ancient city of... I don't know that name. Manitoas? Anyways. Who didn't believe one half of it. So that's the story. And then we've got the background about him writing the book. And this is probably where it's going to have a bunch of stuff I can't say in it because I killed that story this time. Who's not on the Hot Mess Express today? Me, this girl. She's not. All right. Irving wrote the sketchbook during a tour of Europe, and parts of the tale may also be traced to European origins. Headless horsemen were staples of Northern Europe storytelling. That's interesting. Featured in German, Irish. Ooh, so one of those patterns, sorry, side note, squirrel, shiny object. It says De Holland. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's the Irish. And I have one of the patterns by the little stitcher is the de Holland and the carriage, and it shows the headless guy. So, boom, now I know what that is. I probably should write that down. We'll do the bee thing first, but yeah, we've definitely got to get, since I'm going to have a pattern of de Holland. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'll learn how to say it first. But, and then, so in the Irish culture, the headless is that. And then Scandinavian has the Wild Hunt and British legends. And were included in Robert Burns Scott's poem, Tame o' the Shanter. And Burgers, Der Wild Jagger. Translates as the Wild Huntsman. Usually viewed as omens of ill fortune for those who choose to disregard their apparitions, these specters found their victims in proud, scheming persons and characters with hubris and arrogance. Don't be fooled. So I'm in trouble. I don't really have hubris, right? Just a little. One particularly influential rendition of this folk tale was recorded by the German folklorist Karl Masson. Massos. Carl don't care if I say his name, let's be honest. During the height of the American Revolutionary War, Irving writes that the country surrounding Tarrytown was one of those highly favored places which abound with chronicle and great men. The British and American line had run near it during the war. It had, therefore, been the scene of... Y'all, what? I told y'all this is going to be the part where it's going to have words I don't understand. And I don't know why everybody's got to use dollar words up in here. Again, did not take the SAT, so I didn't have to learn SAT words. How about that? I took the ACT. Martyring? I don't know what that is. And I don't have, because I'm filming on my phone, so I can't like Google it real quick for y'all. But anyways, and infested with refugees, cowboys, and all kinds of border chivalry. After the Battle of White Plains in October 1776, the country south of the Bronx River was abandoned by the Continental Army and occupied by the British. The Americans were fortified, almost said forfeited, were fortified north of Peekskill, leaving Westchester County a 30-mile stretch of scorched and desolate no man's land, vulnerable to outlaws, raiders, and vigilantes. Besides droves of loyalist rangers and British light infantry, Hessian Jaegers, man, it looks like Jaeger from Jägermeister. So sad that I'm having to relate it to alcohol to know how to spell that. So Hessian Jaegers, we'll say Jaegers, renowned sharpshooters and horsemen, Hessian Jaegers were renowned sharpshooters and horsemen, were among the raiders who often skirmished with patriot militia. I was so good. Militias. I was doing so good. And I know the word. It just, died in my mouth. The headless horseman said to be a decapitated Hessian soldier. Now none of the words want to work. May have indeed been based loosely on the discovery of just such a Jaeger's headless corpse found in Sleepy Hollow after a violent skirmish, and later buried by the Van Tassel family in an unmarked grave in the old Dutch burying ground. The denouement? But it's got a deek on the E, so I don't know. The fictional tale is set at the bridge over the Pocatonic River. Is that right? In the area of the old Dutch church and burying ground in Sleepy Hollow. Irving, while he was an aide-de-camp to New York Governor Daniel D. Tompkins, met an army captain named Ichabod Crane in Sackett's Harbor, New York, during an inspection tour of fortifications in 1814. Irving may have patterned the character of the legend after Jesse Merwin, who taught at the local schoolhouse in Kinderhook, further north along the Hudson River, where Irving spent several months in 1809. The inspiration for the character of Katrina Van Tassel was based on an actual young woman by that name. Washington Irving had stayed with her family for a short time, asked permission to use her name, and loosely based the character on her. He told her and her family he liked to give his characters the names of people he had met. The story was the longest one published as part of the sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon Gent, commonly referred to as the sketchbook. Which Irving issued serially throughout 1819 and 1820, using the pseudonym Geoffrey Crayon. With Rip Van Winkle, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is one of Irving's most anthologized, studied, and adapted sketches. Both stories are often paired together in books and other representations, and both are included in surveys of early American literature and Romanticism. Irving's depictions of regional culture and his themes of progress versus tradition, supernatural intervention in the commonplace, and the plight of the individual outsider in a homogeneous, I know that word, I don't know why I can't say it. Oh well, community. Anyways, it helped develop a unique sense of America. So then I just got off on where I was at. Helped develop a unique sense of American culture and existential selfhood during the early 19th century. Okay, a little bit of a wreck at the end, but so much better than the other two. There's been lots of films. I mean, even the Smurfs did The Legend of Smurf Hollow. So yeah, now I've got to find that because I absolutely have to know the story retold by the Smurfs. And then there's lots of television that was done after it. And then we've got some music and some theater. Boris Karloff was the narrator of an abridged version. I bet that's good. 1977, Mr. Pickwick Records. Yeah. So that is Sleepy Hollow. In a nutshell, there's nothing else on here. So for some further reading and stuff. So, yeah, so it wasn't too much of a Hot Mess Express. And then hopefully next week, it probably, if you missed the hot mess part, you will probably definitely get it next week. Because I can't even say the name of the bee chick. It looks, I keep wanting to say Melissa, but it's not really spelled like Melissa. So, what are you going to do? All right. I'm going to close that so we don't have glare. And let's do patterns first. And then I've got some fabricant and some scissors. So, I got the new Mirabilia. It's called Starlet. It's cute. I did not get the beads because it literally calls for one bead pack. So, yeah. I didn't bring my thing to, oh well, I'll set them right there. And then I showed these a couple of videos ago, but I'll show them again now that they're actually going to be in my store. So this one is Holiday Glow, and it comes with those little buttons that are the Christmas lights. So super cute. And I actually kept one of those for myself. Same with this one, Nevermore. And it comes with that button and that button, and there's another button somewhere, that button. I kept one of those for myself too. That's probably what I should stitch real quick just to give myself some confidence. And then we've got Spook House Selfies. How cute are those? And I know these are Halloween, guys, but when I see Halloween, I can't help it. And it comes with all those buttons. I can't help it. I gotta get them. And this is Girls Night Out. and Mama Loves GB. Mama Loves You GB. I think she did this. I feel like I saw this. And I have ordered, it comes with all those buttons. And I have ordered their companion piece, the Boys Are Back in Town. It's so cute. So it should be coming. And then Mary Mary, A Little Bit Scary. And then I got one of these for myself too because I just love it. Love all the faces and all the plants. And so it's got a ton of buttons with it. Then I got Ho Ho Ho. It's so cute, that little snowman. And so it's got some buttons with it. And then I'm just going to get rid of all the Just Another Button Company stuff. And then I got these little min pins. They're not min pins. Those are dogs. These are Pin Mini. They're min pins, guys. They're min pins. And then these, which I just found out when I was putting up the listing, are limited edition ones. So he's a little bit more than the other ones. But so cute. I'm still trying to figure out, like, it says they're called Santa's Treats. And so I'm assuming that must be a cookie with icing on it that's shaped like a Christmas tree, like a gingerbread or something. Because otherwise I don't know why just a tree would be a treat. But whatevs. And then I got Mr. Marshmallow by Miss Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And I'm still trying to get in touch with her to see if I can order directly from her. And it is at no avail. No avail. But, and I don't know if I said last video, because I don't even remember what I say from one video to the other. Fabric Flare. She sent an invoice. I paid. So I am absolutely looking forward to hopefully getting some Fabric Flare up in here. This is Burr. It's Cold Outside. It's also Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I mean, how cute is this? So this, to me, reminds me of the Halloween one. I don't remember what it's called, with the two witches, where they've got the little banner that says boo over the little fire. And that's one of the ones I want to try to get in my shop. But I can't. I'm having no luck. If anybody knows Brenda, tell her, put me up. Why does my face look red? Does it look really red? I wonder if it's the blue making it look red. And this one's Homespun Elegance. This is a sampler ornament. It's Holidays. I love it. So prim looking. And then this is Artful Offerings, Rocking Horse Holiday. It's got a little bit of a glare, sorry. And then also Artful Offerings, it's Cranberry Christmas. I love it. I may try to do that one day. And then, maybe. And then I got Twin Peak Primitives Christmas Ballad. How cute is it? I love it at the general store. Oops. And then I got Rosewood Manor Autumn Quaker. Y'all, that's gorgeous. That's a lot. That is gorgeous. And these will all be in my shop today. And then also Rosewood Manor Always Remember. That's so pretty. And then Brenda Gervais again with Winter Rose Manor. I freaking love this pattern. It's so beautiful. And then I kind of went a little different because I saw a pattern, and this is what happens to me so often. I see a pattern. It's not really my style. Like, to be honest with you, Mirabilias are not my style, really. But I do see them and go and can absolutely appreciate their beauty. And I feel the same way about what I'm about to show you. And so I saw this pattern and, like, died. And it was like, I have to have it. So these came from the Philippines. So some of the little corners are a little bent, but guys, they came from the Philippines. It's amazing that they came in one piece as far as they had to travel. But this is Bella Filipina is the name of the designer, and this is Bellatrix. And we're getting all kinds of glare, and I can't take it out of the plastic because the plastic is, I mean, the envelope is sealed, but the plastic part is heavily sticky. And when I was taking one of them out of the package, when I was putting it back in to take photos, the stick, and because this is so like photo paper, it lifted. So that's mine now. And it's fine because it's the one I actually had put aside that I actually wanted for myself. So I just swapped out the one I had pulled aside for me, and I took the damaged one. But I'll show you that one when I get there. I'll tell you that one. So this is Bellatrix, and she is everything. I didn't pull her out because I really like her. I mean, I may end up doing it. I don't know. Queen Sorry. She's just gorgeous. And these are all gorgeous. Enchantress of the Abyss. And I missed an opportunity to use my mermaid scissors when I took photos of all these. But I'm not redoing them because they were too much of a pain. So what I had to start doing was I had to pull this plastic, fold it over, take one of my Wonder Clips for quilting and clamp it so that I could slide it back in there without it tearing up the... Y'all, the struggle is real. All right, and then this is Gaia, the Earth Goddess. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Gaia? Gia? But she is beautiful. Again, not fully my style, but... And then this is Reina Mariposa? Mariposa? I don't know. It's all right. These patterns are getting me back for my story time. She just... Woo! RBF, man. I love it. And this one's Heiress of Atlantis. I love that one. They're just beautiful mermaids. And this one's Pearl of the Orient Seas. I don't know what fabric she did that on, but that fabric is fabulous too. I don't know if it says it on here. Whoop, 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 sorry. No, it just gives you the stitches and it's on 28 count. But, so this is the one I ended up pulling for myself and then had to swap out for the damaged one. But that's the Star of Christmas. And she is just gorgeous. Again, angels aren't my thing either, but she's beautiful. So, that's all I got, guys. That's all I got. Oh, no, it's not. I'm lying. I got a whole thing of fabric. It's all the patterns I got. All right, so we need to come up with a word since I'm not done because I almost got like, well, crap, I should have done that. Let me take another little sip of my little Dr. K. It was so easy last time because it was like a bird was a theme. But we don't have that theme right now. I guess. What could we do? Let it be about something about the Star of Christmas. So I'm gonna look for star. So I mean, you don't technically have to use the Star of Christmas. I will look for star. I'm gonna write it down right now. Star is what I'm gonna look for. So just curious what you think about this pattern. And I mean, if you're not Christian and you're not into the Christmas, just ignore that part. And she's gorgeous in herself. She, to me, doesn't necessarily have to be any type of religious. I mean, she could be a fairy. Those could be fairy wings. We don't know. So, yeah, just tell me what you think about her. I mean, I'd probably stitch her in 2030 by the rate I'm stitching. But, yeah, so star will be the word for the floss pack. And I think it was like 6 floss. 7. It was 7. They're 8 yards. So it's like getting 7 packs of DMC, but they're hand dyed. They're not variegated though. They're solid. So it'll be interesting to see those. All right, now I got some fabric. And this is from, and I've heard other people say, where she has it online, it's X Jew Design. But on here, she doesn't have the X in front of it. So I don't know whether she just typically goes by Jew Design or X Jew Design. So, anywho. So this is oil green. And I'm not going to open this one up because this one's not mine. I did not keep one of these. But this, to me, reminds me very much of what a lot of people are using right now. It looks to me somewhat like Kermit does. But this is oil green, and these are all 32 count Lugana. And they are all like 19 by 27, so they're fat quarters. And she hooked me up, and because I bought them by the yard, and then she cut them down for me into fat quarters, and she serged the edges, guys. And these came all the way from Poland. Yeah. All right, this is by far my favorite. I got 2 pieces in here because these are mine. So, Grandpa sleeve. This is, and I'll open this one up because it's mine. This is my favorite. I freaking love it. It smells so good too, by the way, this fabric. I love it. Not real sure what her grandpa was doing to have sleeves like that. Maybe he was a mechanic. Maybe. But yeah, 32 count Lugana. I mean, it's one of my favorite. Like I've already told y'all before, the dirtier something looks, like that, the Cauldron's Peddler's Blend is, I've got to find that somewhere. Yeah, it's my favorite. And then this one's coffee. And this is like, it's brown. And it's got these like veins in it, which is awesome. Some light modeling. But I wouldn't say, it's not like a Hershey brown. I don't have anything else up here that is, oop, I just untied that. I don't have anything else over here that's brown to where we could compare. But it's not like that, which sometimes I don't like Hershey brown. It's what I call doo-doo brown. This one is, and I can't even tie a bow. Okay. Next is Birdcage. And I'll show you, I'll hold these together. Because Birdcage is a weird color too. And I say weird, they're not weird in a bad way. They're just, it's like this gray brown. And it's got a lot of modeling on it. Whereas Coffee had more veiny. And this has got way more modeling, but subtle. And it's called Birdcage. And, but I mean, I haven't stitched on it yet, but I love the colors because I had bought Grandpa's sleeve from somebody else. And, y'all, these are all mine. When I pulled from the stash. I was like, I'm taking this for myself. I'm taking this for myself. This one, which I should have held it up. Sorry. Again, 32 count Lugana. It's called Early Halloween, but this is my anytime, every time. Look how freaking gorgeous that is. I mean, you guys. It's so gorgeous. Love it. So I snagged 3 pieces of that. And I will always get more. This sells really well. But it does take me about a month to get it. Because, you know, between her having a diet and then obviously shipped from Poland. Which actually the shipping part came pretty fast. This is 32 count Lugana also. It's Witch's Brew. And it's a really nice purple with like, it looks a little like greenish there, but it's just like just a white poking through, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a white, but when I held it up, I felt like it had like a little bit of a green tint to it, but no, it's just kind of an off-whitish. Get back on there. And then this one is Spilled Coffee. I love this. I love them all. Let's be honest. I don't know why I have to keep telling you I love it. Obviously, I did if I pulled these for myself, right? Love it. Love it. So these will be up in the shop tonight. Along with all the patterns. And I was going to add more patterns. I just ran out of time. I was really behind today. But I mean, I added 50 new items, and I cannot be adding that many new every week. It's killing me. Oh, that looks nice. This is Elixir. And look at this. This one is kind of a greeny. I love it. And she's got, I saw on Pinterest, nope, probably Instagram, where somebody had her fabric that was called Farm Fresh Eggs. And I hadn't seen it before. And I love it. I feel like it's very much like this, but on a cream background. So next time I place an order with her, I'm getting Farm Fresh Eggs. Because, yeah, it was gorgeous. All right, let me move my fabric out the way. And then the last thing we have is scissors. So these are going to be super hard to show. And I know they're slippery. And I know they are. These are the Elizabeth I scissors. And I'm just going to take them out of the bag. So this is going to make this a little timely. Sorry. But, you know what, maybe... Sorry. Does that show? Or is that too much? My board's too big. What can I use? What can I use? What is this? Oh, I'll use this. It's still not going to focus. Dadgummit. Focus. Focus. Nope. Well, you can believe me, I guess, that there are, you could tell in the picture that I have on there, but there's little roses entwined all around here. It's the Tudor rose. And this is the little gems, and this one's safe for airplanes. I still gotta use this just so you can see it without my face in the way. And they're all like that primitive flat black finish. Not that I'm sure not that many people will get on airplanes right now, but it's always good to have an airplane safe pair. Although I'm not gonna lie, those are sharp. I think they could muck somebody up. Okay, these are the owls. I hate that you can barely tell that's an owl. But there, I mean, you can tell in, I'm gonna say real life. This is still real life. You can tell in person. And this one is called Cat Snips. How cute is that? And these are heavy. And these are the ones that, these are Kim Scott, and these are the ones I use in my photos. And they finally got back with me. And it took no time to get this order in. And this is pumpkin scissors. How cute are those? And then these are the cross scissors. And this is the Tudor cross style. They must be Tudor fans also. So hard to tell, but there are some little engravings on the cross. Like I said, I think my pictures came out a little bit better. At least those you can zoom if you're on your phone. Let me just get all these out. Whoop. So I can put those back in. All right. And here's where I had ample opportunity to use these on my photos today and totally forgot because I have a pair of these. So, mermaid fins. They're so cute. It would have looked great with those new patterns I got with all the mermaids, but nope. I mean, it happens. All right, and these are flower pot scissors. How cute are those? You see the little flower in the little pot. These scissors are just, they're so stinking cute. And I took my selection out. These are called lace scissors, and you're not going to be able to, it's too fine. You're not going to be able to tell, but the design all around those handles look like delicate lace. And I said, these are heavy scissors. That was my husband, if y'all heard that. These are the vineyard scissors. They're just delicate and gorgeous. Just a couple more. Well, it's more than a couple. 5 more. And this is the roly-poly scissors. They're just kind of Art Deco-y to me, but. And this is the Tudor Rose scissors. And I have these, I use these a lot for my photos. And you can't tell, but there's roses. Okay, you can kind of tell if that would quit shadowing. Oh, it's so hard to tell. But anyways, there's roses all around it. And then we have the Susan scissors, and these say that they are named after designer and teacher Susan B. Anderson. These are chunky little guys, and you can't tell. It's, again, they have, it's terrible that you can't see, but it has decoration on it. And then I think I'm gonna eat me some chicken salad. I got, any of y'all have a, what is it? I can't remember the name. Is it chicken salad chick? Does that sound right? So my husband had to go to Tractor Supply to get propane yesterday because we ran a propane on the front porch barrel. So he went to get propane and he was deciding what we was gonna pick up for lunch. And then I was like, ooh, I want some chicken salad chick. I've never had it. And he's like, I don't like chicken salad. I was like, okay, well, I mean, you can get yourself something different somewhere. And of course he was willing to do that. I'm spoiled again, just a little bit. I got to keep her. That's for sure. So I told him, I was like, I'll order it online for you just to pick it up. So I ordered it, paid for it so he could pick it up. Because I told him, I was like, well, I'll probably just eat it for my lunch. Where are you going to get food? And he said that Moe's had this limited time burrito where it was like skillet potatoes and steak tips with like queso, like, and I mean, it sounded so good. I was like, yeah, I'm on board for that. Yes, I want that. Just add rice to mine too, because I need all the starches. And when he got there, because it was like 11 o'clock, I guess, they didn't open till noon. They're on limited hours, which a lot of places are, but most of them are, they open by at least 11:30. But so he's like, yeah, I'm not waiting. So I was like, all right, well, like Firehouse Subs is right there. So I was like, I guess I'll get Firehouse Subs. And he's like, that's not really what I want. I'll figure something out. I'm like, okay. So he got me Firehouse Subs, which is fine because I like it. It's good. Then he went to a new place called Costa something. Costa Via? I don't know, but it's I feel like I want to, it's supposed to be, I don't want to say it's Mexican food because it's not, I don't know, but it's that, but it's type of it's like Mexican food. It's not Tex-Mex or anything like that. But anyways, he got nachos. And then he was like, you want to try some? And I'm like, I don't know. They're nachos. Y'all, I ate so much of his nachos because he got the sweet pork. Oh, like now I want it all the time. I said, I don't know if that was the best thing that just happened to me or the worst thing, because it was the best thing I've tasted in a long time. But now I want to eat it every day. Like, if he were willing, I would make him go get me nachos right now, but I'm not going to ask him to do that. I'm just going to eat my chicken salad and be happy about it. But tomorrow night, he works. On my way home, I'm going over there, and I'm getting me some daggum sweet pork nachos because, y'all, everything was so good. So good. Okay, back to scissors. Now that I've just, because again, you know me, I like to film at lunch. Oxbow scissors, and this is named after her hometown. They're cute. And I always like some little scissors. They're great to put in our little project bags. Now, these you'll have to get your own little protectors because I think I have bought Yarn Tree out of scissor needle protectors. And then this is some sheep. He's so cute. And that's the last pair that I've got. So all those will be available. The fabric, the scissors, and the patterns will all be available. So that's it, right? Everything's off my list. Everything's off my list. I don't think I've got anything else. I mean, I probably do, but I'll call all of y'all at 2 a.m. when I remember, okay? Okay. Well, it's been fun. We are at only 1 hour and 32 minutes. I apologize that I didn't have enough to say or enough to show. Or that I didn't take 52 minutes to try to read a story because I couldn't pronounce everything. But yeah, until next time, everybody have a wonderful stitchy day. See ya.